この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Classic stuff. You know, like talking about life that is pretty nonsensical. And the very silly what if scenarios and you know,
what if?
Yeah, like the what ifs, and then they would just become more and more difficult to answer, basically.
Would you like to ask me a what if question?
You know, like a silly one. Let's say if someone you love dearly turned into a worm, would you still care for them? Like a family or a friend, you know?
If they turned it, I would care for the person that I lost because they turned into a worm, but
so you'd grieve for them, but you wouldn't take care of them? You wouldn't make it.
I would probably keep the worm as a pet.
As a pet?
Yeah, like I would keep it. I would keep it alive, you know? Because I know that it's one of my family or loved ones, you know?
And then, you know, you'd let them crawl all over your hand?
If it's just a worm, yeah.
Really? You're okay with worms?
Yeah, worms are good for the earth.
Wow. Wait, you're not scared of bugs?
I'm scared of certain bugs.
Oh, okay. I'm scared of all bugs.
If it's a, you know, not a big worm, you know?
Okay. What if it was a big worm? What if it was like, you know, Kafka level of...
What's Kafka?
So, you know, they have this... Kafka has this short story called Metamorphosis, and it's where this guy one day turns into a gigantic cockroach, a human-sized cockroach.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying. What?
Yeah.
Are they still sentient?
They're still sentient, but they can't talk.
But they still have human emotions?
Yeah, they can experience everything just fine. It's just that the other people can't understand. Yeah.
I would probably still care for them, yes.
Really? Like giant worm, just like, you know, crawling its way around the house.
I would just make sure that the worm is sanitary.
Okay, how would you, you know,
I mean,
keep it clean?
For example, if it's my mom, I'd be like, Mom, make sure, even if you worm around the house, make sure you stay clean. You shower, okay? Because she's sentient, right? She's sentient. She understands what I say, and is still able to do everything, just can't communicate with me, right?
Okay,
so
and
I can tell her that.
Would you like eat with her at the dinner table?
I mean, you know, be like, Mom, you can provide for yourself, right? We can, you can grab something from outside, yeah? Yeah.
So you're not going to, I thought you were going to take care of your mom, but like, no, you know, if it's like to each their own.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be a tiny worm that can't even take care of herself, but no, from what you said, it means that, you know, she'd be a sentient being that would still be able to handle on their own. If they're giant and can do everything else themselves, they just can't.
Yeah, well, what if she gets killed anymore? Because there's a gigantic worm just worming around the neighborhood?
I thought she would be the only gigantic thing on the planet. Like gigantic human-sized worm is what I was assuming, right?
Like, wouldn't the FBI or CIA, like, decide to, like, come over and kidnap your mom for research purposes?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't want her to, like, have to, you know, deal with that.
Yeah.
So I would probably,
have to provide for her.
Yeah, I could provide food. Like, you know, I go to the insect pet shop and, you know.
What if she wants human food?
Yeah, I can give her human food.
Okay.
I thought the whole problem was that she wouldn't be able to eat human food anymore, but okay, if that's not the case, then that makes it easier. I just feed her what I eat.
What if you're, you know, what if it was a maggot instead? A gigantic maggot.
What does a maggot do? What makes a maggot so much grosser than other bugs? Wait. I honestly don't really know what a maggot looks like, I think.
It's best you don't know. Well, like, they eat flesh. And
I thought you said they would eat human food. If it eats human food, I'd be fine with. If it's gonna eat flesh and eat me, then I don't think I'd be able to take care of it.
Felt like they're everywhere. It's not just human flesh. They eat basically anything.
Ah. It's a baby fly? You know, I mean, yeah, I think I'd be fine. Yeah?
Okay. So, like, would you still eat with her at the dinner table?
I mean, we never really eat together anyways. We always eat separately.
But what if she suddenly wants to eat together? Because she's lonely.
Because she's lonely?
Yeah, because she's a worm now.
She's a worm. Oh, wait, so we're going with the worm still and
A
not
worm, maggot, whichever.
I think it's just about getting used to things, right?
You're so... You have such a beautiful heart. It's honestly very touching.
If it's mom, then yeah. If it's auntie, I think it'd be a little bit different, you know?
Oh, what if it was your auntie?